Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Monday, February 16th, 2026. A storm is heading to the Morongo Basin this week. A wind advisory has been issued for our area through tomorrow morning, and rain is predicted to fall throughout the week. The National Weather Service says that a strong weather system will bring widespread precipitation, heavy mountain snow, and gusty winds to our area. The weather pattern will remain active with a second colder system moving through the region tomorrow and Wednesday, bringing additional rain and snow chances. Drier conditions will return over the weekend, with temperatures trending closer to normal by Sunday. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department issued a winter storm watch for mountain communities, including the high desert adjacent communities in the Big Bear area. Sandbags are always available at your local San Bernardino County Fire Department stations. They hand them out 10 at a time for residents. And don't forget, if you're out traveling during the rainstorm, the roads will be extra slick from fresh rain, and if you see running water on the road from a wash, turn around, don't drown. Seemingly once every rainstorm, a motorist gets stranded in deep water and must be rescued. Don't be that person. At last week's Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees meeting, representatives from the California School Employees Association and the Morongo Teachers Association gave strong testimonies before the board before they approved the CSEA MUSD tentative agreement. There were also updates regarding school lunches, and the enrollment committee. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look.
CSEA Representative Tracy Lane approached the Board of Trustees with concerns regarding the district laying off 5 health techs. While these unlicensed health techs would be getting replaced with outside service licensed health techs, Lane made the point that they would be getting trained by the current unlicensed health techs with years of experience with MUSD students and their families. Addressing the board's claims that layoffs are coming from lack of work or funds, Lane posed that hiring outside services, quote, doesn't bode well, unquote. Lane went on to ask the board why MUSD has 5 superintendents, quote, with student body of less than 8,000, yet other districts with 26,000 plus seem to run efficiently with just 4. Lane suggested those extra funds could be used to keep current health techs in schools and eliminate crowded combination classrooms to make class sizes more manageable. Also regarding school budget, MTA President Amber Hansen reiterated that, quote, your budget should reflect your values, unquote, reminding the board that 2 years ago, MTA negotiated for smaller class sizes by taking it out of MTA's own budget.
So we are asking for fair compensation to recruit and retain our members and have highly qualified teachers because our students deserve the best, and we're asking for shared decision making. Thank you.
The board then voted 5-0 to approve the CSEA MUSD tentative agreement. Assistant Superintendent of Business Services David Daniels gave an update on the secondary lunch period for the district, stating they would implement a one-lunch model for the 2026-27 school year. A plan he said would, quote, emphasize efficiency, continuous meal availability, safety, and supervisions for all students. Public Information Officer Janae Estrada gave an update on the Enrollment Committee's first meeting on January 26th, where all chairpeople were elected and members provided a general overview of the district's financial condition and enrollment trends. Estrada said, quote, at its peak, enrollment was 10,000 strong and now it's down to 7,300, unquote, adding that it is impacting operations. For those interested in following the committee, Estrada said there is now a separate tab on the MUSD website with agendas and videos of each meeting. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Gabriel Hart.
Tomorrow at 5 p.m., the Yucca Valley Town Council meets to discuss all manners of municipal matters. And here with the agenda is online news editor Robert Hayden.
After a closed session to discuss 2 lawsuits that the town is involved in, the regular session of the Yucca Valley Town Council meeting will begin with the Yucca Valley Spirit Awards. On the agenda for the regular meeting, Tumbleweed Sanctuary has made its way back through the CEQA review, and the town is expected to receive reports on the Community Center Master Plan, spring and summer events from the 2026 Parks and Recreational Cultural Commission, and a mid-year budget report. In department reports, updates on the Aquatic Center, Animal Care and Control, and the town's west entrance monument signage are expected, along with some sidewalk talk. All of that, and of course, your public comments. The Yucca Valley Town Council meets at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, February 17th in the Yucca Room at the Yucca Valley Community Center. You can see this story on our website for a link to the agenda and remote viewing instructions. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
At tomorrow's meeting, the 29 Palms Planning Commission will consider adopting a resolution regarding the controversial E-Group solar project, and your public comments about the project will be heard. Annalise Kuiper joins us with more.
A resolution will be considered for adoption by the Planning Commission, recommending that the 29 Palms City Council certify the Environmental Impact Report, as well as several amendments to the city's General Plan and Development Code to permit the E-Group solar project within city limits. Included are requests to amend the general plan establishing a renewable energy land use district, as well as to amend the development code to reflect this change and establish development standards and permitted uses. Public comments regarding this item will be heard. Located at 6136 Adobe Road in 29 Palms, the meeting is on Tuesday, February 17 and begins at 5 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
And finally, students graduating from high school this year are invited to apply for one of 3 college scholarships offered by the Morongo Basin Conservation Association. 3 scholarships, each in the amount of $1,000, will be offered to students who demonstrate their intention to use their studies to further environmental conservation. Any field of study will be considered as long as the student can relate their educational or career goals to conservation in an application essay. Among the 3 scholarships, the MBCA expects to award 1 to a female student and 1 to an arts major in memory of local artist and conservationist Steve Riemann. Applications are due on March 22nd. For information on how to apply, you can visit mbconservation.org or use a link at this story at Z107.7fm.com. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.